Hello guys, this is Riya Deshwal. You're back on my channel Crux of English, and today we are going to talk about history of drama. We will start from the very beginning of where the drama started in England and how it went on. So let's just begin from the starting. Alright, so सबसे पहले you have to remember the drama. What is drama? Drama is something that is performed on a stage that has a storyline. It has different characters. There could be lightning, music, dance, any kind of activity, chorus, or poems, or anything like that. There are dialogues in dramas. So we all know कि drama actually होता क्या है. We all know what actually drama is. Now let's begin with the history of drama. The drama actually for the very first time began in 410 AD in England. That was the first time it was recorded that the drama has been performed. This kind of drama, the first drama that was performed, was called a mime. Now let me explain to you what mimes are. Mimes are a kind of drama जहाँ पे there are no dialogues. There are no dialogues and the whole story is presented to us through bodily gestures. हम लोग बॉडी से जो जेस्चर्स करते हैं, बॉडी से जो एक्शंस करेंगे, उससे जो ड्रामा परफॉर्म किया जाता है उसको माइम कहते हैं. इसमें कोई भी डायलॉग्स नहीं हुआ करते थे बिकॉज दिस वॉज सो वल्गर. बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दी बॉडीली जेस्चर्स it becomes a lot vulgar, and because of which this was banned by the Church of England. Alright, the first drama that is recorded in the history of England in the drama is recorded as mime, and mime has no dialogues. It is the kind of drama that is performed through bodily gestures. Because it is performed through bodily gestures, it becomes so vulgar that it was banned by the church. Now came the next drama, which was the folk plays. The next type of drama that was recorded were folk plays. Now folk plays, as the word is suggesting, these were performed on folk themes. For example, King Arthur की जो स्टोरी थी वो एक फोक स्टोरी है. जो ऐसी स्टोरीज हुआ करती थी, द फोक स्टोरीज दैट वर आउट देयर. व्हाट आर फोक स्टोरीज? द फोक स्टोरीज आर द काइंड ऑफ स्टोरीज दैट आर रेलिवेंट इन आवर सोसाइटी. वी हियर देम फ्रॉम आवर एल्डर्स. इट्स नॉट समथिंग दैट इज रिटन इन अ बुक. आप भी बचपन से बहुत सारी स्टोरीज अपने मम्मी से, अपनी नानी से सुनते आ रहे होंगे. तो दीज काइंड ऑफ स्टोरीज दैट आर रेलिवेंट इन अ सोसाइटी, दैट आर पास्ड ऑन थ्रू जनरेशंस, दैट आर नॉट एक्चुअली रिटन और आर प्रेजेंट इन एनी काइंड ऑफ हिस्ट्री और लिटरेचर, those are called folk stories. और उन folk stories पे based जो themes थी उनको folk themes बोलते थे, और इन folk themes के जो plays थे उनको हम folk plays बोलते थे. ये next kind of drama है जो देखा गया इंग्लैंड में. ये हार्वेस्टिंग के टाइम पे परफॉर्म किए जाते थे for entertainment. It was performed during the time of harvesting of the crops, and this was just done for the entertainment of the people who were doing the harvesting. Alright, the next kind of drama that we come across are mummings and disguises. Mummings and disguises. So next kind of drama are the mummings and disguises. The mummings and disguises में क्या होता था? They were masked plays. The people that were performing were wearing masks always. ऐसा नहीं है, यहाँ पे देयर वर डायलॉग्स एंड एवरीथिंग, बट द पीपल, जो सबसे ज़्यादा मैटर करता है यहाँ पे दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इज दैट दे वर मास्ड प्लेस. ओके, द नेक्स्ट काइंड ऑफ प्लेस दैट केम इन टू प्ले वर पेजेंट्स. Now pageants में कुछ different नहीं था. Pageants were kind of the same plays, mummies and disguises or folk plays, but they were being performed for royal people, for the kings and the queens. Obviously kings और queens तब के टाइम में kings और queens normal people के साथ, general public के साथ बैठ के plays नहीं देख पाते थे, इसीलिए pageants were specifically performed for royal people. Alright, after that, and the next kind of plays that we come across are troops. What are troops? Troops are actually seen to be the first England church drama. दिस वॉज द फर्स्ट इंग्लैंड चर्च ड्रामा. ये पहला ड्रामा था जो एक्चुअली प्लेज चर्च में परफॉर्म किए गए थे. दीज वर परफॉर्म्ड इन दी चर्च कैंपसेस. नाउ व्हाट वर ट्रूप्स? ट्रूप्स वर बेस्ड ऑन द लाइफ ऑफ क्राइस्ट. सो बेसिकली इसके जो थीम्स होते थे, दे वुड बी द लाइफ ऑफ क्राइस्ट, हाउ द लाइफ ऑफ क्राइस्ट वेंट, देन you know how the life of Virgin Mary was, the dialogues that would have happened between Virgin Mary or God and angels. These were the kind of themes that were present in Troops. Obviously because this was a church drama, ये first church drama था, तो यहाँ पर you can see the relevant themes were based on the history of church, were based on the themes of church. The next kind of drama was liturgical plays. The next kind of drama were liturgical plays. Now what are liturgical plays? Liturgical plays were the plays that were based on the life of saints. Alright, जिन भी plays में actually saints की बात की गई है, after we have just seen Troops, Troops had the themes of Christ and Virgin Mary and life of church. After that we see liturgical plays, and here the relevant themes were the life of saints. Lives of saints. This was the whole idea of liturgical plays. इसका एक example है Whom Do You Seek? This is one of the only recorded plays that is an example of liturgical plays. Now the next kind of plays are miracle and mystery plays. Miracle and mystery plays. So miracle and mystery plays were basically performed on the festival of Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi was a festival, it's a Latin name, and it is a festival that is celebrated in the honor of Christ. It's celebrated on the day of Thursday. Alright, this is Corpus Christi. Now for Corpus Christi, this was a kind of a spring festival. Okay, the basic themes of these plays were biblical. Now what are biblical themes? The themes that are related to Bible. सबको पता है कि बाइबल क्या है. एवरीवन नोज व्हाट बाइबल इज. बाइबल इज द होली बुक ऑफ क्रिश्चियनिटी. सो द थीम्स ऑफ दीज प्लेस वर रिलेटेड टू बाइबल. दीज प्लेस केम अराउंड 1000 AD. The first play that was recorded as a miracle and mystery play was named Laudace Dei Sanctae Catherine. This was the name of the play. It came out in 1110 AD. This was the first miracle and mystery play that was recorded. So this is the whole concept of miracle and mystery plays. What क्या थीम है miracle और mystery plays की? इनकी थीम होती है biblical themes. जो biblical themes होती है वो होती है stories जो बाइबल से ली गई हैं. ये जो relevant थे वो 1000 AD के आसपास relevant थे. इनकी ये जो celebrate किया जाता है वो Corpus Christi को celebrate किया जाता है, which is a spring festival and it is celebrated in the honor of Christ on the day of Thursday. और इसका जो फर्स्ट मिस्ट्री और मिरेकल प्ले रिकॉर्डेड है वो है लुडास डीसी सैंटे कैथरीन विच केम आउट इन 1110 AD. आफ्टर दिस केम मोरालिटी प्लेस. After this came morality plays. Now what are morality plays? Morality plays are the kind of plays that are performed, as the name is suggesting, it's related to the themes of morals. So there is a conflict that's seen between good and bad. Now isme there is the concept where you would see the protagonist and there would be supporting characters. So एक मेन कैरेक्टर होगा और बाकी सारी सपोर्टिंग कैरेक्टर्स होंगे. जो प्रोटेगोनिस्ट होगा वो एक्चुअली सारी सोसाइटी को प्रेजेंट कर रहा होगा. द प्रोटेगोनिस्ट इज एक्चुअली प्रेजेंटिंग as the presentation of the entire society, and जो supporting characters होंगे वो सब allegorical होंगे. allegorical क्या होता है? जब एक character actually किसी एक आपके character को present कर रहा हो. जैसे for example if you would have read Dr. Faustus, there are the 7 sins that you can perform. So those 7 sins are actually allegorical characters, right? So whenever some kind of quality, bad or good, is presented through a character, it's called an allegorical character. So यहाँ पे जो supporting characters होते हैं वो सब allegorical होते हैं. जैसे एक good होगा, एक bad होगा, and the whole society is being presented by the protagonist, and the protagonist has to choose between these good and bad conflicts. Okay, this is about morality plays. This is how the morality plays worked. अब हिस्ट्री में सिर्फ 5 ही morality plays recorded हैं. I'm going to give you the name of all of the 5. First is Every Man. There is Castle of Preservance. There is Marriage of Wit and Wisdom. Then there is the 4th is Pride of Life. This was the first ever morality play recorded, and the 5th last one is Mankind. These are the 5 morality plays that are recorded in the history of drama. Now let's move on. The next play that we are going to talk about, the play that came after morality plays, were the Interludes. Interludes basically एक काइंड का farcical humor था. What are farcical humor? What is farcical humor? Farcical humor is when you are satirically mocking someone. See, if I want to say to someone that you don't look good, I am not going to say you don't look good. I am going to satirically comment on their appearance. So this is what Interludes did. It was there was ample of farce. And what is farce? Farce is any kind of satirical mocking comment that you do on other people. Okay, this was relevant in 15th and 16th century. Okay, the interlude, one of the important questions that has been asked in net a lot of times before, is about Haywood's 4 Ps. Haywood is a writer that wrote Interludes. So Haywood's 4 Ps is one of the relevant questions in NET, which when it comes to Interludes. What were his 4 Ps? The 4 Ps were Palmer, Pardoner, Paddler, and Apothecary. Now apothecary is pronounced like that the A is silent, therefore it is the 4th P. Palmer कौन होते हैं? Palmer are the people who astrologically see your hand. आप हाथ दिखाने जाते होंगे एस्ट्रोलॉजर को. Those were called palmers then. Then pardoners are the people who were present in the church, जो आपको pardon provide करते थे, who used to pardon you if you have committed a sin. You were supposed to go to the pardoner, they would pardon you, and because of that God is not going to punish you for a particular sin or crime that you have committed. Then there is paddler. Paddlers are those who used to sell things in streets, going around on their bicycles. They used to paddle and sell things. And the 4th is apothecary. Apothecary सबको पता है कौन होता है? Apothecary are the people who have medicines. So these were the 4 Ps that Haywood gave. This is an important part of interludes or drama for that matter. Okay, let's move on. Now comes the actual English drama. After this was recorded the first English drama. Now the first English drama was a comedy. Alright, the first English drama was a comedy. It was given by Nicholas Udall, and it was, so the name of the play was Ralph Royster Doyster. It came out in 1541. This is recorded as the first English drama, which was actually a comedy. किसने लिखा था? By Nicholas Udall. What was the name of the comedy? It was called Ralph Royster Doyster. It came out in 1541. After this, the second English drama that is recorded is also a comedy. It's also a comedy named Needle. This came out in 1560 and it was written by Grammar Gorton. But जब ये actually release हुई थी, when this was actually published, the writer's name was anonymous. It was said it's written by Mr. S, but it was later realized that Mr. S is Grammar Gorton. So the second English play, the second English drama that is recorded is also a comedy, which is named as Needle. It came out in 1560. It was written by Grammar Gorton, and when it was actually published, the writer's name was written as Mr. S. So it was written like Needle, written by Mr. S. Okay, this is the second English drama. After this, tragedy came. After this, tragedy plays came. Now what are tragedy plays? What are comedy plays? Comedy plays होते हैं जिनमें you would see laughter, you would see farce, you would see mocking other people. There would be comical elements like people falling down. There might be some kind of joke or clowns or some something that you could actually laugh at, or there is no bloodshed or tragedy. There is only laughter, and there would be always a happy ending to a comedy. Then came tragedy. Tragedy plays comedy plays के बाद आए थे. Tragedy plays जो first record किया गया था, that was called Ferex and Porrex. It was also it has two names. The other name is given as Gorboduc, and this was written by Thomas Norton and Thomas Sackville. This is seen as the first tragedy play recorded ever in the history of English drama. What was it called? It was called Ferex and Porrex, or it was also named Gorboduc. It was written by Thomas Norton and Thomas Sackville. After this, the next major event that you would notice in the history of drama would be the university wits. The university wits. Why are they called university wits? Because they were witty and they belonged to some kind of university. They had their education done from a university. They were not uneducated. They were all educated graduates. Alright. So, 3 of them came from Cambridge and 3 of them came from Oxford. So 3 of them came from Cambridge, 3 of them came from Oxford. The ones that came from Cambridge were Christopher Marlowe, first, second, Robert Greene and Thomas Nash. These were the 3 writers that came from Cambridge. The ones from Oxford were George Peele, first, second, John Lilly and Thomas Lodge. These were the 3 writers that came from Oxford. These were all writers that were writing drama or plays in English history, in the literature. So these were known as university wits. There is another writer, Kabhi Kabhi, sometimes he is included into university wits, which is Thomas Kidd. Alright, so if you would see, there are 7 university wits. The ones that came from Cambridge are Marlowe, Greene and Nash. Christopher Marlowe, Robert Greene, Thomas Nash. Then from Oxford were George Peele, John Lilly and Thomas Lodge. Another writer that is included in university wits sometimes is Thomas Kidd. After university wits, the father of drama came, which was Shakespeare. After university wits, the person who has written more drama than anyone and whose drama is more relevant than anyone came, that was Shakespeare. After that, the drama thing continued and continued on and on in the history of English literature. So this was the history of drama in England or English literature that we saw today, and that was it. So I hope I was able to help you with the history of drama. We will keep making videos about English literature. Okay, I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and I will keep bringing on English literature videos which would be helpful for you in UGC NET December 2023. Thank you.